Jamie, I can't quite remember when I first met you, but it's been a while. She was back in high school at that time. And what I noticed most about Jamie is how every time I see her, she is effervescent and enthusiastic, and that really pervades everybody around her and the environments that she spends time in. So some things about her that I'll let her mostly speak for herself, but she got the aviation bug a couple of years ago, but now she's at the Guilford Tech Aviation School, so she's really going for it for her career. And she also has been to Oshkosh many times, and she's just involved in many different organizations. So she's just really gotten into aviation, and what I would call her is she's a jumper. She jumps right in and does things. And she said she got asked to be on the board of an aviation organization, and she just said yes before she even knew what was involved. And then that's opened lots of doors, and that kind of attitude has opened lots of doors and opportunities for her over the years. So let's hear what Jamie has to say about her job.
Thank you, man. You make it sound amazing right now. This is a lot of people. Okay, so let's see. Just a little bit, I'll tell you guys about my presentation before we get started. I am here to speak to you about mainly like women in aviation, kids in aviation, youth in aviation is my big passion. So, the cadets here, definitely listen up. I have a lot of important things to tell you, scholarships-wise, organizations, things that get your foot in the water, really get you into aviation if you're really interested, okay? And I don't want this presentation to be boring where I talk to you for a long, long time and you don't say anything back. So ask a question, do something, say something. I'm going to make you raise your hands, okay, just to be active before I make you do push-ups or something, all right? All right, cool. So, the title of this, who said the sky's the limit? Nobody's ever told me that, so I figured, why not? This is a big deal. Aviation is a great industry to go into, and there's so many avenues. It's not just pilots or mechanics. There's engineers. There's, supervisors. There's logistics. There's safety. Safety officer. There's all these different avenues. So don't forget that there's not just pilots and mechanics. All right. So hopefully this thing will work. Where am I pointing this back here? There we go. All right. A little bit about me. I'm 19. I go to GTCC, which is in Greensboro, North Carolina, at the aviation campus. I'm very involved there. This will be my third year at GTCC, my final year. I'm doing transfer credits this year, also graduating. So I do a lot there. I'm a student ambassador. I was the former aviation representative for Student Government Association. I'm on our flight team as a treasurer and an events ground instructor, and I'm in our Alpha Eta Rho fraternity as a president. So I wear a lot of hats there. I'm also a student pilot. I have about 5 hours officially, but like 10 hours overall. I'm really excited to get going with that, keep going with that. And I fly a 172 right now, so it's pretty fun. And obviously I have a major passion for aviation. Does anybody here want to be a pilot or already is a pilot? Including senior members. All right, cool. Student pilot? All right, let's see. Does anybody have an interest in aviation outside of piloting?
We're here.
Mommy does. Oh, that's true. That's good. For career-wise, or just, like Lee, she's going to be a CFI soon. That's a good goal for her. It's not just about the cadets, too, senior members. You all have dreams. And there's some random, things that I've done. With Sandra, I was in the ground school. Sorry, guys, I'm getting all flustered and nervous. But that was when I got my certificate from ground school here at Sugar Valley. This is with our EAA chapter for 1083. I don't know if you guys know them. We've done a couple of EAA events out here, Young Eagles flights and stuff at fly-ins. That was a couple weeks ago. That is a pretty cool plane. I was sitting in the cockpit of it when I did an internship in our local landmark aviation facility. I did an aircraft charter sales internship thing. It was really fun. And then that's our flight team photo from last year. EA, has anybody heard of it? Does anybody remember of it? Awesome. Oh, that's a lot of hands. Good. So this is my big passion. EA is my big thing. It's one of my big things, but definitely my number 2 because I have another thing I'm going to talk about in a little bit, as Lee mentioned a little bit. So it's the Experimental Aircraft Association. EA is all about general aviation. It's about helping the pilots, about helping the kids. They have a great program called Young Eagles. Has anybody been a Young Eagle before? Joy has. All right, why are you being all shy? I don't know you as a shy person. Has anybody ever met Joy that is shy or seen a shy moment of Joy? Because she is not shy whatsoever. What's pretty cool about them is they have a free student membership until you're like 8 to 17. You also get some great benefits with that. So you get to go into museums for free, aviation related things. I know that they have an aircraft model an RC club thing that goes on where you can help out and join that and go to free events like that. So EA is a really big deal. I don't know if they have a chapter somewhere in this area, but I do know that Rowan County, Salisbury, North Carolina, a little ways from here, that's my home chapter. It's 1083. And they also have scholarships, not only for kids, but they have them for adults and in college and flight training stuff. So it's a really great resource. They also have AirVenture, and I don't know how to click on this to make the video work. Joey, would you make the video work? Every year, in the last week of July, they put on this big, oops, hold on. Sorry, that was me. No, you're good. There we go. I have a clicker too, see, I have power. So,
You'll have to
Click on
put
it.
your mouse on, put your mouse up on that.
yeah, so this is a promo video for this year's Oshkosh. It's pretty cool. It's a week-long event.
All aircraft on runway turn left as soon as practical into the grass. Follow the EA clacker. RV turn and follow runway 27 at the green dot. Make it all the way down to the green dot here to the land. Broken Oshkosh guys, doing a great job.
Cool.
Wow, that was like.
Wasn't it cool? Yeah, now who wants to go? Oh, I definitely want to go. Yeah, that's right.
Where is Oshkosh?
It's in Wisconsin. It's right by Lake Winnebago, you know, the Lake Michigan, right, Daddy? Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, Wisconsin. So way up there in the north. Uh-oh. Sorry. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, well, now you just closed out of my presentation. All right, here, I can help you out. But, so Oshkosh is a week-long event. Has anybody went to any air show here in North Carolina at all, Winston or anything like that? Yeah. Well, it's about, hold on, we gotta figure out how to do this. All right, open. Now we're back on track. Hold on. All right. So, it's probably like 500 times bigger than Winston Air Show. It's huge. It's a great thing that any opportunity that you ever think you might want to get involved in any organization, everybody's there. So it's a great thing to go to. I know CAP does a thing after you go to encampment. It's a blue beret thing. I wanted to do that, but I didn't get to. Just a little tad bit information on me. I did CAP for 8 months when I was a junior in high school, and I was at the Burlington headquarters. So, yeah, I know where you guys are at. So good for you. Also, so as I mentioned before, Chapter 1083, that's in Salisbury. We come out here often to do Young Eagles events, right? We also have an Ascend camp. It's called Aviation. Oh goodness, I know this acronym, but it's Aviation Summer Camp Exploring Interventions. I want every cadet to take one of these, including senior members if you don't mind, because you guys have kids and are involved. Basically, it's a week-long camp, and we only charge $150 for it, which is great, but I have to kind of boast about it because we need more kids. But we get everybody doing sims for the week. You learn how to rivet. You learn how to, put fabric on a wing of an airplane. It's a great week. Joy's been there. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of it, or I know your grandson went to it. So Elijah was there. If you guys know Elijah, and just consider it. I have some information on it. Ask me questions about it, anything like that. But Joy, I do have a video on it. So if you don't mind not closing out of my presentation again.
And before Joy launches the video, there are scholarships available.
That's another thing.
So
That's right.
if you are interested, off the EAA 1083 website,
Yeah.
it has a link to the scholarship as well as the camp. It is a wonderful week-long experience.
Yeah, it really got my start in aviation. Yes, ma'am.
Also, at the end of the week, you get a $150 check
That's right.
worth of
Discovery
for
flight.
lessons. So if you use that, the camp is literally free.
Yeah.
Because it's $150 back for flight lessons.
And, you know, it's a bunch of volunteers and it's a great organization. I love your mom's work. Joy's mom did this, guys.
What most inspired me was just the fact of being around airplanes. I found out when I got here that I really do have a love for aviation. Like, it's not just how it all works, it's being a part of it. It's being in aviation that really got me going.
The volunteers work to no end to help out the kids. They're there for youth in aviation. They want to see the next generation succeed. I love that about them because they're so generous and so kind and are willing to help you. I've made friends through Ascend with the volunteers, with my fellow classmates, and I feel like those relationships will help me in the long run.
Everybody here cares about you. I became interested in aviation ever since I was little. I used to tell my mom and dad, and I was like, I want to go fly, I want to go fly. And then after that, after they found out about the camp, that's when I really became interested.
I actually heard about Ascend from the Transportation Museum. The Ascend camp was there promoting themselves, and my mother was like, you gotta go, because my father used to be a pilot. And I went, and ever since like the first day, I felt kind of awkward because I knew nothing about aviation. And then by the third day, I'm like, I've got to do this. And there's nothing like it ever since. My mother always says I smile when I talk about airplanes.
Working with different people, you get different perspectives in the aviation industry. Some were ex-military pilots, some were just local private pilots, and you get different points of view and different perspectives from everyone that's flown. So you get to hear different stories and all the situations that they've been in. It showed that they really care about helping people get started in aviation and what their love for flying is, and that's what inspired me to start becoming a pilot and going into the military. I plan to be a naval aviator, fly off an aircraft carrier, fly an F-18 Hornet. That's my dream.
Once I get my private pilot's license, I will get a seaplane rating, and I hope to possibly, if I like it enough, to become a teacher.
You do a lot of hands-on activities. You fabricate a wing, you get to rivet, you get a free flight with a pilot for about a half hour, 45 minutes. You get a logbook and a certificate showing that you're a Young Eagles member. You get a free ground school after you completed the camp. You also have an opportunity to come back as a counselor if you wish.
I was a second-year graduate of Ascend. It was probably the best thing that I could have ever done. I am so excited about giving back to youth and being a mentor for the first time and going back again next year to get more kids involved. That's really what excites me.
Let's see if this video goes better.
I think you have a budding person
Yeah.
over here.
Ah, yes.
What state is this being held?
Okay, so here is it's the June 22nd through June 27th. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you one of these. Now, all you cadets, I definitely want you to take one of these because I want you to tell your parents that you want to go to this camp because I'd love to see your faces. All right. So, does anybody have any questions on any of this slide? No.
I mean, like, what I meant was where.
Oh, where? Oh, it's Rowan County Airport. It's in Salisbury. How far is that from here? Like half an hour? 45 minutes from here.
Oh, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I actually drive from Greensboro every day, every morning, and get back every night. So I have to leave about 6:45 in the morning, and I get back about 5 to 6 p.m. at night. So I drive 1,000 miles in that 1 week. So it's a big deal to me.
And out of her Ascend Camp class that she was a student in, there were 12 kids, there were 22 adult volunteers. Out of those 12 kids, at least 2 have gotten their private pilot's license and are working towards instrument ratings. And there are at least 3 others that are working with flight time in their logbook. So it is a very good stepping stone program, very good introductory program.
You're filming this, aren't you? All right. So this is just a quick slide about AOPA. I am a member of AOPA, but I'm not involved in this program. I aged out of it before they created it. So the Aviators program is for kids all the way up to 18 years old. So it's a great thing. I found out about this recently, about 6 months ago or so, and they have a free student membership, of course, and as well as scholarships. I'm actually going to be applying for one that's due in August or something like that, but it's $7,000, guys. That's like half of your training or all of your training, depending on where you go. So $7,000 is a lot. They also have this really cool thing that I found out about today. It's the Teen Advisory Council, where they invite one young person each month, from what I understand about it, to go at their AOPA meeting board thing, to chairman people, and basically they have a teen give their input on what young people want to see in aviation, what they want. So this is a great resume building thing. If you ever want to get involved in it, there's some more information on it on the table too. All right, so another organization that I have a really big passion for is Women in Aviation. Is anybody a member in here by any chance? Or no? Has anybody heard of it? 2 in the back are, that's right. Kind of conned them into it. Yeah. So basically, Women in Aviation is not just for women, it's also for men, but it was originally started for women, empowering them, because aviation is male dominated. So, you know, as you can tell, we only have a few females in this room. I mean, men rule the world in aviation, but women have a very valuable thing to bring to this field. So this is what the whole organization is built upon. They have an annual conference. I actually went to it in 2013. It was really fun. It's about 5 days. It's like Wednesday through Sunday. They have a banquet at the end of it. You know, they're just like kind of Oshkoshes. They have organizations and exhibitors and things to sell and buy, and you know, they have chapters all over the world. The biggest chapter is in Nigeria, I believe. So it's not just in America. And that actually goes into the next thing. Well, the next bullet really quick. There's over $500,000 of scholarships every single year. I'm going to repeat that. $500,000, people. And that they just want to give you money. So all you have to do every November is apply, and you write an essay. And you also just have to either be a school member, you know, like a member of a high school or a college, or have a passion for aviation or something. They range from $500 to $38,000 scholarships for getting a type rating in like a Boeing 737. So it's a real big thing. First in Flight chapter is our brand new chapter that we started in January. I'm a member of it. I was a founder. I'm our outreach person. I don't really have an official title, but basically I kind of bring more members in, and I try and tell them about women in aviation, what we do, you know, networking, mentorship, all those types of things. We offer scholarships, and we're going to do actually a Girls in Aviation Day in September. So it's a really great thing. We're going to try and do, from what we were just talking about, we're going to try and do a meeting here in August. So be on the lookout for that in your emails. All right? Any questions? Yes?
About the $500,000 thing, does that mean if I retire that, I would have to pay that much, or they would pay me that much?
Neither. But I like your thinking right there. So, no, you're a member of the organization first, okay? And then you don't have to be a girl, so you can apply for these scholarships. There's about 20 to 30 different scholarships that you can apply for, and you can only apply for 2 every year. And the $500,000 is a total over all the scholarships that they offer. So you're not going to get a check for $500,000, but I mean that'd be great, but still. So it's a range. So a little bit, they wanted me to specify here. The senior members did for women in aviation. So we have quite a few girls here, which I think is great because I am one of, I want to say about 10 girls in my school right now at GTCC. Something like that.
Out of how many total?
150, is that right, guys? Like 10?
150 to 200 if you include maintenance and
Yeah,
avionics.
I mean 300 at most. And we're about 10 on the piloting management side, and probably about 6 of them for the maintenance women. So very male dominated. But as I said before, women bring a great thing, a valuable skill, many valuable skills to the aviation industry. Aviation is all about detail, all about goals, all about multitasking. Piloting is multitasking. I mean, all you pilots know that for sure, right? I just learned that from starting flight training. It's all about multitasking. So women apparently have a really good skill at doing that. No offense to the men. Now, basically, I just wanted to mention, which is a really sad fact, but very shocking, there's only 6% of pilots that are women in America right now. That is very sad. I actually read something that there has only been, since 1980, about 10,000 women that got their licenses since 1980. That's it. Out of like 600,000 men that got their licenses since 1980. Yes.
Is there something that keeps women out?
I want to say, from my own point of view, from what I've observed from the few years I've been in aviation, the respect and leadership are a big thing. The male-dominated thing, they don't think that they're gonna, be able to break into that, sector, and the guys have their water cooler thing, and they don't want to be involved. They don't want the women to be involved. Also, women, especially the married women, they can't leave their kids. They can't leave their job. They can't take the time to be pilots. They can't spend the money. The women don't want to waste their money where they could give it to their kids to, not that I'm saying men won't do that, but it's just that motherly thing that they don't want to leave their kids to go do something for themselves, if that makes sense to everybody here. But the respect and leadership, it's really hard sometimes to get respect. Just like Jay is laughing in the back of the room because he's not respecting me right now. No, I'm just kidding. But basically, like even on our flight team in school, we have a lot of guys on the team. We probably have like 4 or 5 girls right now out of 20 guys, or 15 guys, something like that, including both clubs. But it's really hard for us to get respect, as even though we're the same age as them and we might have more experience than them, we don't always get the respect that they do because the guys, they have their egos and stuff. So I just wanted to, I know a couple girls with big egos, don't get me wrong.
Tell you what, you can bring your ladies over here to cabin. We'll teach them command voice. That'll get them respect.
Perfect. I think that's a great idea.
Listen to Joy sometime.
I know. But an example for our advantages, as I said, the qualities that we bring, multitasking, detail-oriented, goal-oriented, and there's a lot more scholarships for women than there are men. So don't forget about that. You can get your pilot's license for free practically if you just try to apply for a scholarship. It's not that hard. And also, just an example here, military flight slots. There's not a lot of men or women that are willing to join the military to be a pilot. If you want to join the military to be a pilot as a woman, you have a higher chance of getting a slot than a guy does because they want the diversity. I mean, I know in the Burlington Squadron there was a lot of girls that wanted to go to the Air Force Academy or the Naval Academy and be pilots. So I don't know if you guys are into that, but don't forget about that route. If you want to be a pilot, the military has an option. Just saying. Yes?
The military has done studies and proven that the women pilots have a significantly safer record than the male pilots do.
Well, hey,
that has been documented over a number of studies, not just the military. So.
Well, that's good to add. See, I didn't know that. So.
Do you have that in writing?
check out John King's article.
Ooh, see, she's telling you.
Yeah.
Detail oriented right there.
John King, one of the famous aviation educators, wrote an article for one of the national magazines called Flying Like a Girl. And it's
perfect.
About that.
Man, well, see, guys.
And how his wife Martha kind of told him to avoid certain situations, which he did not, and then got in trouble.
Didn't we have them at the fly-in talking? Or in on the webcam?
They've been in Greensboro and at Oshkosh.
Yeah, that's right. That was pretty cool. All right, GTCC, a little bit about this. Is anybody here like upperclassmen in high school? Yeah? Got a couple in the back, that's good. Sophomores too, freshmen, high school people, that's good. All right, so GTCC is in Greensboro. It's a really great opportunity for people. We have the largest aviation program in North Carolina, which is surprising because we do have a 4-year aviation school, which is at Elizabeth City, but our program is significantly larger than theirs. We offer 4 and almost 5, starting in the fall, degree programs. maintenance, management, avionics, and piloting. So we have a bunch of avenues that you can go to. And, you know, I'll go to the next slide, but we have clubs too for aviation, and we have great support with our instructors. Does anybody have any questions before I go to the next slide about GTCC? No? So we have 2 clubs at GTCC. We also have a video for the flight team. As I said before, I'm the treasurer of the flight team. My 2 friends in the back are on the flight team as well. And also our Alpha Eta Rho is a co-ed professional aviation fraternity. It's kind of like an honor society. We don't do the fraternity stuff. But, you know, it's called Gamma Theta Chi. And we basically do a lot of service to aviation. We actually came here for the fly-in and helped with anything that you guys needed last October. So it's a really great thing to do, and this is at any college. So if you're thinking about going to college, especially for aviation, join these 2 clubs. Every college has them, or practically every aviation college has them. If not, start your own. Joy, if you don't mind hitting the video, please, that'd be great. Actually, Morgan made this video, guys, so she's in the back. Hope when it loads, it's really cool.